Good evening, superhero fiends. I am Flesh Wound Dan, and that is producer Todd.
Good evening.
Just escaped from Arkham, huh?
I am free again.
There you go. There you go. See, I know superhero references.
Yeah, well, wrong company, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, still, yeah. Well, no, everything's like one now, isn't it? They're all like
No, they're still
co-mingling.
separate.
But it's like one big gangbang now.
No,
in the
and
Marvel DC thing.
not until Disney buys DC.
That's gonna happen probably.
Now, you know what? Warner is not gonna. Warner's inching up their higher. It's about to kill Netflix, and I can't wait for that. I can't wait to watch the HBO Max documentary on Netflix.
The rise and fall of Netflix. I couldn't wait till I killed Netflix.
That's what they get for killing. I know. I'm glad they killed Blockbuster, but
why are you glad to see Blockbuster die?
Because Blockbuster killed the good video stores. So
yeah, but it was all we had left for years.
No. So you know what? That's like, let's just move along.
I want to have this argument.
Well, you know what? We can do another video store memories, and we can
No.
All right.
Hollywood Video didn't do shit, so
I have no beef with them. And there's never going to be a Hollywood Video documentary either.
That is all right. That's bullshit. There should be.
Well, you can watch some like little YouTube videos, but there's never going to be the last Hollywood Video. So
there should be. We need to make that documentary. But anyways, tonight we are talking Doctor Strange and another doctor. We figured with the new Sam Raimi film, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I could hear the question mark on that, but you are correct.
I am correct. There you go, because I know, because I'm a superhero
Dan
fiend.
is the superest of superhero fans.
I am, indeed. I have Doctor Strange underpants on right now. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yes. So before you go to the multiverse, which I'm gonna say, can we get Ash in that shit?
Well, we know we're getting Bruce Campbell in that. I know a lot of people are hoping for him to do the variant Mysterio that was rumored for Spider-Man 4. Which would be really cool. I'm still mad we didn't get Italian Spider-Man in the last Spider-Man movie, because he would have just came in and pimp smacked them all. And
there's an Italian Spider-Man.
Dan's memories is going, folks. Italian Spider. Yes, you know what? If you want me to close with the trailer, I will.
I haven't watched a Spider-Man movie since the Garfield guy.
Okay.
So I don't know Italian Spider-Man. I don't get the reference.
You know what? I know you will when I play it. Stay tuned, guys. Italian Spider-Man at the end.
No.
Greatest Spider-Man ever.
Unless it's played by Nunzio. I do not care.
You know what, Dan? Ever. Greatest ever.
That would be the greatest ever.
Nope. I'm telling you right now. You will see the greatest Spider-Man ever.
We didn't get that, did we? Michael Dudikoff was going to be Spider-Man. I wanted that Albert Pune Spider-Man. Yeah. So yes, enough reminiscing. Well, no, we will, because we got a throwback.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad Dan doesn't remember Italian Spider-Man. So
is this going back to the Tobey Maguire movies? I did watch those.
No, Italian. Okay. Let's just go before.
But stay tuned. Turkish Spider-Man? Maybe I saw that. I don't know.
It's Italian Spider-Man.
I remember Puma Man with Donald Pleasance. Puma Man was the shit. Better than anything Marvel's doing now. Puma Man. You know Puma Man.
Yes, I remember Puma Man.
Puma Man should be in the fucking multiverse kicking some ass. That would be awesome. Hell, you can even have the CGI Donald Pleasance from your Halloween Kills in there too. Why not?
Hey. Is CGI Easy can pop up too? I'm good. Grand Moff Tarkin, throw them all in.
Grand Moff Tarkin?
Grand Moff Tarkin. Peter Cushing in Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Peter Cushing, I know. All right. So on that note, let's discuss our first movie of the evening. We got this Doctor Strange thing. Todd is holding up that lovely new, probably soon to be out of print Blu-ray. It's a Shout Factory website exclusive that is already on its second printing.
Well, it was limited to 1,500, and they were I don't know why they were surprised it was selling out so quick. So they added an additional 500. So it's now a 2,000 print run. And right now, if you want to order it, it's back on pre-order till they get the remaining stock in.
Okay, sweet.
So you can still order it as of this recording.
As of as of as of now, that could change really fast.
Especially with the movie coming out today.
Yes. All that multiverse madness. All right. So, our first film from 1978 and director Philip Degueur, Doctor Strange. In this film, there is a barrier that separates the known from the unknown. Enter a world with sorcerers, powerful supernatural forces, and bizarre enchantments as the famed Marvel comic superhero Doctor Strange comes to life to battle the forces of evil. A modern hospital may seem worlds apart from the days of ancient sorcerers, but for psychiatrist Stephen Strange and his patient Clea Lake, this is where those worlds collide and the nightmare begins. Nothing Stephen Strange learned in medical school could prepare him for an attack by an evil sorceress from the fourth dimension, Morgan Le Fay, a villainess who plans an invasion of unimaginable evil on Earth. Chosen by an ancient guardian of the spirit world to learn the mystic arts to defeat Morgan and safeguard the Earth, Stephen Strange must take the place of Earth's last sorcerer. Come along for a fantastic adventure into the fourth dimension with Doctor Strange. All right. So, 1978, this was kind of that era of you had the Red Brown Captain America TV movies. Of course, you had Incredible Hulk, which was a big hit. And superhero stuff was really cheesy, and it would remain really cheesy for a number of years.
Well, you may have been about to say this. I was going to say this was shot as a television series pilot.
Yes, CBS premiere. Was shot as a pilot and was kind of it was kind of fisted by Kunta Kinte because Roots ate up all the ratings. So, so that's essentially what happened. This wasn't meant to be. I will say, kicking this movie off. If I saw this like forever ago. I'm pretty sure I did because I did remember bits and pieces. So I honestly, this was probably like a convention boot or something that
Well, there was a Universal. This came out officially from Universal on VHS and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I actually saw it on VHS though. I think I saw it like late 90s or something, like early DVD run, but yeah, it had been a long time, so I didn't quite remember it all that well. First thing I will say, Peter Hooton, who plays Doctor Strange, a dead ringer for. I'm just gonna let you say it. Did you recognize it?
No, I know it's the porn star, and I can't think of his name.
John Holmes.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna go with the other one, but yeah, very John Holmes.
Yeah, like this is like the John Holmes Doctor Strange, basically.
I know that's probably what Dan's having issues. He was like, I was waiting for him to start voting, but it never happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say no 69ing with Morgan whatsoever, and I am disappointed. But yeah, man, I just rather forget that Peter Hooton is even a person and he didn't exist, and this was just John Holmes. In fact, from now on, I'm just gonna call it the John Holmes Doctor Strange.
I wish I could think of the one's name I was thinking of the whole time. He was
Harry Reams.
He directed a bunch of stuff too. I know he was on one of those Showtime series.
Eric Edwards.
No, I want to say he directed the Debbie Does Dallas remake. Hold on, I'll find out his name. Okay. Yeah, keep
Well,
going.
he
Dan.
looked like a lot of porn stars back then.
Well,
but
that
anyways.
stash, but
So, all right. So I'm not the comic kid for the most part, but I did read a few Doctor Strange comics back in the day because it was a little more. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Not horror, but interesting enough to a young horror fan that I checked out some of it.
Paul
And
Thomas, who I was thinking of the whole time.
oh, Paul Thomas, yeah, a little bit, but more John Holmes.
Yeah, the stash, but
Paul Thomas was in Jesus Christ Superstar. Still think that's insane.
This is. We're supposed to be talking about superhero stuff here, right?
The show's derailed when we're talking about John Holmes and Paul Thomas on the superhero show. Way to bring in the mainstream.
I know. Good job. First time listeners. This is us being restrained.
Yes,
viewers, listeners.
This is us being whatever the hell you said.
And there's only half of us here tonight.
Yeah, there's only half. That's probably, yeah. So anyways, I read a little bit. Now, I know this doesn't follow it exactly because doesn't Doctor Strange hands get messed up in the comic book?
I'm not a big reader of comics, but I know from the movie, yes, that is a big part.
I don't know if it was a car accident, but I do remember that. So they don't really go that route here.
But a lot of these comic book things from this era, like Spider-Man was like 30 working at a newspaper. I mean,
yeah,
it's a little different.
I want like fat, middle-aged, out of shape superheroes. Like
we used to have.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I wanted the like Joe Spinell Doctor Strange.
Hey, you know what? No, pause. We got him as
collar.
We got him as Darth Vader. I'm not asking for anything more.
Yeah, but if I could go back in time, I would say to John Holmes, you got to just keep making your Johnny Wad movies because Joe Spinell is clearly Doctor Strange. But having said that, so it's interesting because Stan Lee actually considers this a great adaptation. Not gonna lie, I don't quite get it. I did not like this movie, to be perfectly candid. I had a lot of issues with this. Really, number one, it felt like a pilot.
It does,
which it was. I mean, but it felt like just the start of something. And quite frankly, I'm not so sure that this would have been a winner.
Like if it went to series.
Yeah, I mean, it could. Hey, it could be just a so-so pilot, and then it became some really kick-ass series. But
yeah, with the stuff back then going week to week, it could have been entertaining. It's hard to say in retrospect. I do agree with you, though. It feels like a pilot. I do think it sets up the story nice, and you can feel a lot of the beats. Like if you've seen the film or read the comic, but more specifically for me, seen the film, you can see the beats. It's not like all there, but it's mostly there. Like they had mentioned the hand part, that's not there. But it's yeah, I don't see anyone new coming to this like loving it. I think it's more of a curiosity for a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think this is like one you can look back or watch with a bunch of. It's just dumb, like fun. I mean, it's not a good movie by any stretch of that. I mean, especially looking back. I mean, it had fans from the time. It's no Captain America from the 21st century.
I can't say it was particularly fun. For me anyways. I don't know. Like one issue it doesn't make any sense at all why Morgan didn't kill him. The whole like, oh, I lust for him. So didn't really work for me. I thought
because it's a pilot. That's why.
Well, I know. I'm just saying it just wasn't the Morgan character. That's actually the mom on Arrested Development,
yes,
by the way.
R.I.P. Jessica Walter.
Yeah, died recently. I didn't know she had died.
She was also the voice of Archer's mom on Archer. Yeah.
Rest in peace. She was really good.
Yeah, I always loved your work. Still has one of my favorite jokes in Arrested Development. I don't even know if I can tell anymore. I can. I'm Mexican, but so what are you?
I watched a little bit of that, and I never finished it for no good reason. Just
so
that
good.
it was good. I did like that show. So yeah, I mean, again, obviously this is 1978, so a lot of people that weren't watching like the Captain America movies and stuff back then are probably used to great production values, and this doesn't really have that. But again, it was 1978.
Those old Captain America movies had zero. He wore a motorcycle helmet. Come on.
Yes, that didn't have much. I remember liking those though.
They're bad too. And this was actually first.
Yeah, this was first by like a year or two, I
Yeah,
think.
I want to say it's just a year.
I thought those were more fun. From my memory, I could go back and watch those Captain America movies and think, "Oh wow, what a piece of shit."
They're
I
still
met
pitted
Rev Brown.
Well,
Yeah.
we will be covering those because I already talked to Puck. So
Oh,
we will
okay.
be doing, I don't want to say the shitty Marvel movies because we're going to close with one that none of us would
I think
consider.
they're better than the new Captain America movies. Those were kind of lame. I like the Albert Pune Captain America.
Okay, we're not going to turn
Best
this
one.
into a Dan hating comic book movies we all do.
No, we're not. We're
So-
not. So I mean, I have some nice things to say. Like they really needed to camp the shit out of this, I think. Like, all right, after the pilot, I would have had like, I don't know, Strange's mustache becomes possessed or something.
That would have been episode 8.
Yeah, a man with two heads type story, like the mustache detaches and like kills people. Shit, I would have had fun with it. I would have injected a little horror. As it stands, I just think this is a fairly bland movie. There's not a whole lot there. There's not a whole lot of action. There's just I don't know, just a bland thing. I don't think this would have made it, even if Roots didn't kick its ass. I feel like this would have been a very short-lived series, probably.
Yeah, the comic book stuff from the era didn't really catch on. I mean, it was as much as Batman was a huge hit. It still lasted 2 seasons.
Sure. Well, and that became a phenomenon. I don't think this would have.
Yeah, I mean, when I say 2 seasons, they were like twice a day at one point. For 2 seasons, there's a tremendous amount of episodes.
Yeah, isn't there like 80 episodes or something?
I'm actually
crazy?
looking it up right now, so I have the exact.
I mean, the original Star Trek was only 3, but there's a lot more episodes than 3 seasons.
66 had 120 episodes.
God damn! Wow, I didn't think it was that high. But
it was 3 seasons. Sorry.
Okay,
but still
a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
they were at a point there were 2 episodes a day. Like they filmed enough so they had 2 on a day.
Yeah, that's crazy. I actually got that set of the original series as a gift. I have to. One of those things I keep saying I'm going to go back and rewatch, and I haven't. But
yeah, same here. Yeah, season 2 has 60 episodes alone.
Damn.
Yeah.
God, they must have had like the cattle prod to wake those poor bastards up.
Yeah.
I can see why Bert just started like hitting every buffet after Batman ended, because goddamn, that's a lot of work hitting the gym in between all that shit and staying in those spandex outfits. But anyways, Doctor Strange. Not a whole lot else to say about it for me. It did have a unique music choice though too. It felt like kind of almost had that horror score towards the beginning, and also very popular character actor Clyde Kusatsu as Wong.
Yeah,
in this, went on to see him in all sorts of shit. He's had one hell of a career. I believe played Margaret Cho's dad in that sitcom she did way back in the day.
Oh geez, that's forever ago.
Yeah.
I know he recently popped up on Young Rock.
Yeah, he's always good. Does comedy really well. But other than that, I won't lie to you guys. There's not a whole lot here. Honestly, for anybody, I don't see any. I could be wrong. Maybe there's a lot of fans of the 78 Doctor Strange, but
I'm sticking with it. It's more going to be a curiosity piece for people. It is 100% a TV movie of the era, because we like to always remember the great ones, but then we had a lot like these. They're not all Gargoyles or Bad Ronald or Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. Sometimes we get a Doctor Strange.
That is true. That is true. So, in closing, I'm going to say stick to John Holmes, Johnny Wad films and skip Doctor Strange. I give it a half star.
Well,
How
I'm
about
going to
you,
say
John?
stick with some Paul Thomas, but I'm 1.5. It is
Okay.
just it's below average, trust me. But
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So, R.I.P. John. And moving on
and
because
Jessica Walter, if we're gonna
and Jessica Walter, Hooten's still with us. That mustache still lives. All right. So next we are going to cover. Well, I'll get into the history of it after I read the synopsis. But our next film from Full Moon from 1992 and co-directors Albert and Charles Band, father and son duo, Dr. Mordrid, Master of the Unknown. In this film, two beings from another dimension, two sorcerers with immeasurable powers. One is sworn to destroy the Earth, the other has vowed to protect it. Their timeless battle has crossed over from the fourth dimension, and only one man will reign in the end. Dr. Mordrid is the chosen guardian who can protect the Earth from eternal darkness, and Cabal is his vengeful enemy whose implacable rage has escalated with time. Cabal has arrived on Earth and is planning to use his infinite powers to unleash a horde of hellish demons to devour and destroy humankind. Bound by hate and a mystical amulet that holds the powers of life and death, the immortal wizards will meet for the last time. Their centuries old rivalry has matured into an ancient struggle of good versus evil. Now their battle takes on majestic proportions as Mordred and Cabal give life to prehistoric skeletons and begin their final conflict. All right, so Dr. Mordred is a childhood staple of mine. I'm going to say it right now. This one I am not at all being funny or ironic. Dr. Mordred skull fucks Doctor Strange. He is the definitive sorcerer. You don't like it out there, you could come fight me. I love Dr. Mordred. First of all, we got a villain that looks like he's coming off of a White Snake video, and Brian Thompson, the great Brian
yeah.
Thompson. Everything about this movie is just so freaking cool. But before I get into it, a little bit of history, because there's actually two stories about this one out there. One of them is that Full Moon had the rights to a Doctor Strange movie, and the rights expired before they could get it made. The other, and which is why they changed things up a little bit, so to avoid being sued. Luckily, Marvel didn't have that Disney money because they might have put the kibosh on Dr. Mordred back then if they did. But the other story, screenwriter C. Courtney Joyner had said that Full Moon never had the rights to any kind of a Doctor Strange movie, and it was actually based on a I guess like an unfilmed project that that Charles Band had for a character called Dr. Mortalis. Now, so it's kind of depends what you believe. I do believe at some point they must have thought that they were going to do some kind of Doctor Strange movie, because Jack Kirby even did some of the who created one of the creators, I guess, on Doctor Strange, did some of the art for this movie. Plus, the costume is very close.
Yeah.
Some of the villains are changed around a little bit, but there's certainly things that are just a little bit too close. Monitor, I believe, is what they call the eyeballs and everything. So at some point, they must have thought they were making some kind of a Doctor Strange movie. So I don't know. Depends what you believe. But those are the two stories out there. But back to my fanboying. I love this. This is still that higher budget era of Full Moon.
The Paramount era.
The Paramount era, absolutely. We have some really nice sets. We have just it looks really really good. I It's surreal seeing excuse me, uh, Jeffrey Combs in this role. Although people forget he actually originally read for the Riker role on Next Generation, so
No.
you know, uh, he has played the good guy in the past. That's not entirely unusual for him. Uh, but man, I love this. The dude's got a pet crow named Edgar Allan. And this is also an R-rated movie. I mean, there's tits in this too. So
It's
it,
funny because I forgot that, but
yeah,
without that, I mean, it could have gotten a lower rating. I'm not complaining because I do love this one also.
yeah,
It-
it's basically a PG-13 movie
yeah,
minus just a couple things.
yeah. Drop that, and I think there's 2 or 3 f bombs.
Yeah,
So,
maybe a squib or two, like on a
but
bullet that might have, but yeah, for the most part. But as a kid, I mean, that floating fortress thing,
yeah,
um, just this one makes me smile. It still makes me smile. I've really enjoyed revisiting it, and also I should point out Yvette Nepar as Samantha Hunt, the love interest in this one for Mordred. Uh, Really liked her.
yeah.
Uh,
We'll be seeing her again whenever we tackle our RoboCop franchise show, because she is the
in this
detective in
series, right?
RoboCop. Yeah,
In the RoboCop series.
yes, the TV series, not those 4 other movies. The
I
RoboCop.
need. I had a question. There's some controversy over that upcoming release, and I need to ask you about it because I want to get it.
Well,
Uh, but
okay.
well, that'll be a separate conversation. But so how about you, Todd? Because I still love this one. I think it holds up really well.
Yeah, it definitely does for me. It's never been like my favorite full moon of that era, but I still love it. I mean, that was there every month waiting for, or well, it wasn't every month, but every release, getting hyped up for the next one.
Mhm.
Um, Something we don't get now. The video zones were such a cool idea then, and yeah, it's very obvious, like the Doctor Strange influence, whatever version you want to believe. Um,
There was
but
definitely a connection. There just was. It had
see,
to be.
now Dan will change his whole opinion on the Marvel verse if Jeffrey Combs pops up somehow in it.
I feel like it's gonna be in my opinion, a mediocre movie that they're gonna try and pad by all these brief
No, you
cameos.
know what, they
I
like to
would
do
pop
that,
for Jeffrey
but
Combs,
I'm
though.
gonna say with Sam Raimi, he's gonna get his stuff in.
I don't know, maybe they'll cash a check to band and see if they can use Dr. Mordred for, like, 2 minutes.
I mean, you got pretty good odds that Sam Raimi knows the movie.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Um, yeah,
But yeah, I don't expect him in there. I'm just saying that now.
no, that would be cool. Can you imagine if they really went deep and had Peter Hooton just
I, Again, still mad we didn't get Italian Spider-Man in the last Spider-Man movie.
I would, like, even dig for I don't know if there's a ripoff from Turkey of Doctor Strange, though. I mean,
Yeah,
there is I don't know.
I
Have
don't
to
think that
check.
was a top Marvel property like the other ones that people are going.
Yeah, not but yeah. But yeah, no, I just think, cool villain, uh really awesome gimmicks. This movie uh is just a ton of fun. It's just a good old-fashioned adventure movie. I'm really saddened that they didn't make a sequel. I know there was a script for one, and I should say this is well worth getting on Blu-ray because there's some behind the scenes footage that runs like an hour and 92 minutes. There's one of Charlie Spradling just constantly fucking up a promo for like Full Moon's
For the behind the scenes,
yeah,
for
their
the video
club.
zone.
Yeah, hilarious. No, it wasn't on the video zone. It was on the separate behind the
No, I
scenes
know, but it's
segment.
from the video zone. The
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
outtake is from the video zone.
Yeah. That
And
some
we should
set
mention
footage.
it is it's on Full Moon Streaming also. The movie and the behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's well worth watching. Just seeing Jeffrey Combs goofing around on set, and it wasn't just pointless. Like, who gives a shit about this footage? If you're a fan, it's actually a lot of
Y-
fun.
You really need to start digging into the vault on Full Moon Streaming because they have stuff like this for tons of the movies now.
Yeah, that's actually really cool because you get like a digital on Vudu, and very rarely do they have any extras. So it's cool to see Full Moon doing that.
Yeah,
Uh,
um, it's funny. I just clicked on Full Moon Streaming, and the first thing that pops up: Vintage Video Zone, full, Dr. Mordrid, Master of the Unknown.
oh, that's
So
awesome.
they're starting their promotion too.
Yeah, I was gonna say now would well, let's be honest. There's no way they can do a Dr. Mordrid movie now. So they that's just one they just don't have the money to pull off.
Yeah.
Um, but nonetheless, I also like that Brian Thompson cucked his minion by immediately banging the girl. I thought that was just hilarious. There was I met him at a convention, and it was the funniest thing. Like, he had actually stopped a girl to read her back tattoo. Just a random Brian Thompson story that made me laugh. He was a really cool guy. They also worked together, Combs and Thompson, later on Enterprise. They're both on a couple episodes, maybe.
Hmm.
So they both have Star Trek roots as well. Combs, I believe, minus main cast. I don't believe. I know he was the most recurring character in any Star Trek series as Wayoon and uh, Brunt and several other characters. Uh, but having said that, yeah, if you haven't seen this one I think holds up really nicely. It's a short movie. It only runs like 70 some minutes, which is fine. I guess if there's any complaints that some might have, like, we only briefly get to see the demons or whatever they call them, the creatures escaping at the end. That's a little bit short, but we get a lot of cool effects, like the dinosaurs uh, coming to life, uh, and oh man, some I think neat effects. I don't know if everybody would necessarily agree with that, but I thought it was all really cool. And animator David Allen, who did some of the dinosaur stuff, just awesome. He worked on like Gumby and like all of this old school stuff. And man, they don't make them like this anymore. I think this movie's a fucking blast, and you should definitely check it out. I was thinking, what other ones? Because this was that era where a band was just working nonstop, and I know he and his dad Albert. I think they co-directed Robot Wars. Believe they also did Prehysteria. Not sure which other ones they were both credited on, but I think that was kind of cool that they were able to, oh, I got to go to Romania to, take care of this. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, I know he produced some of the Honey I Shrunk the Kids. He see, I don't know which ones he co-directed. Ghoulies 2, was that just him?
Some may not even be
Yeah.
entirely credited, but
Well, yeah, that is very true. Um, Robot Wars was just Albert. Prehysteria was,
Robot Wars, I believe,
was
was
both.
both, though. Yeah, I
Well,
think.
it's really credited to Albert, so
Yeah. I'll let you have that one, Dad.
yeah.
Um,
And Prehysteria 2 was still was just Albert.
yeah.
But
Uh, but having said that, Todd, what say you on this awesome film?
I'm a 4.
I'm also a 4. I love
All
this
right.
one. Yeah. Maybe some might want a little bit more razzle dazzle at the end, but other than that, I really have no complaints. Now, this felt like it could have been the start of a pretty awesome series.
Well, you know what? I know Kruger would love the end with the stop motion.
I do think Kruger would like this one. Jeffrey Combs and Yvette Napar, I think, had great chemistry. Also, I didn't point out character actor Jay Acavoni, I think is how you say it, who plays the detective in this. I mean, look at him. That dude works nonstop. He's been in everything. So really great cast. And for me, Dr. Mordrid is the definitive Doctor. He's even eclipsed Doctor Who, because the last Doctor kind of sucked. So
I'm going to argue for Dr. Detroit, but I'm not going to in a fighting mood today. So we'll just move on.
Well, just picture Jeffrey Combs in a pimp cape.
But you know what? If we had Dr. Mordrid and Dr. Detroit, it might be the greatest thing ever. So we'll just go.
You picture Jeffrey Combs doing that opening walk.
No.
Come on. We just booked the ultimate movie, Todd. The ultimate movie.
I don't know about the ultimate.
Oh, shit. Can you imagine Dr. Mordrid 2 and they cast Ultimate Warrior as the villain? Holy crap. He could be Cabal's brother. And all of that crazy shit he says in his promos would make sense. We've just booked the ultimate movie. Todd's tired, so I'm not going to go into Ultimate.
Well, we're still going to do Italian Spider-Man, though.
We are going to do it.
And it's kind of our Marvelous show, since by this time I'll probably have seen the movie, the new one.
Does he kind of like just shoot the webs like?
I
try not to do it.
We've had this conversation before. I'm disappointed you don't remember Italian Spider-Man, because he is the greatest Spider-Man. All right.
No, we'll have the conversation, because I don't know. Getting old, Todd. But right. Having said that, we hope you guys had fun. Any new comic fans that survived this far and haven't seen us before, we appreciate you tuning in.
I guess Dan didn't hear me say we're going to watch this trailer right now.
Oh, no, I thought you just said we were going to talk about it later. Oh, yeah, let's watch a trailer then. I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't mean to.
Well, you're already signing out, so let's
look at the trailer.
All right, here we go. See if Dan remembers it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I love Italian Spider-Man.
I remember.
Spider-Man.
You should be Italian Spider-Man for Halloween.
I will.
Un MORDRID ne scendi nell'ombra.
Is that the one Toby or Andrew Garfield dropped?
Risolvere questa cosa.
This dude's so much cooler.
I'm not even gonna argue.
More manly than Toby.
Go.
Rispetti le donne.
Grazie, Italian Spider-Man.
Shut your mouth, pussycat, e farmi un macchiato. Pronta.
See, if he showed up at the end of the movie, Baby Fox punched, what's her name, Mary Jane in the face. MJ.
Shut to your face.
Velocità.
This reminds me I have to get that Del Santos bed.
Yeah.
Terrore.
Yeah, in case anyone's wondering, yeah, this am I allowed to break kayfabe on this one?
No.
Okay. Great. I'll go with there.
Romanza.
I didn't see Toby Well, I was going to say Toby Maguire, but he probably did behind the scenes, you know. Pussy Posse and all.
Yes, Spider-Man. Leon Bruno Tosca.
Rey Mysterio Jr. was in there too. Maybe he was senior.
Spider-Man, un super festi Pancho Run Run, un fantastica voyage.
Eddie did his soundtrack himself.
Spider.
I got more enjoyment out of it than I would have.
Italian Spider-Man, un fantastic trip
Strange
di
2.
Spider nelle cinema di Summer di 1964 per tutta la famiglia. Italian Spider-Man.
That was awesome. Awesome shit. Yes, I forgot about it, but yeah.
How could you?
My
forget
head
Italians?
went to like some like legit, and I was like, there was no Italian knockoff Spider-Man movie.
That we just saw him.
I thought you were fucking up and thinking of Puma Man, which wasn't
No.
Italian either, but nonetheless, Puma Man is awesome.
Yeah, you
That's
know my
like Puma Man's like top 3 superhero.
you know my favorite part of that.
Donald Pleasance. Yes.
No, I meant of this one.
Oh, that one. Yes. Okay. I thought you were on Puma Man. Puma
Well,
Man.
that yes, Donald Pleasance in that too.
There needs to be more of an appreciation of Puma Man. But having said that, guys, if you haven't listened to it yet, go back and check out our Head of the Family Full Moon commentary. It was a blast. We hope you listen to that. Also, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. It all starts at just $1, and you get exclusive commentaries, some good uncut, uncensored, spicy material that's a lot of fun. And it all starts at just $1. Again, $1. You know, sometimes we do like confessions and some different things that wouldn't fit the regular show. So yeah, check that out. Also, very active Discord, so hop on there as well. And check out all of our other shows and goodies. I feel like Flesh Wound Features, we need to do a superhero movie with Ozzy as the villain and me as a knockoff of something. Are there any bearded superheroes? I'm trying to think right now. I was a Lobo guy, but I don't think I could pull Lobo off because I'm not tall enough for Lobo. And Lobo wasn't as husky.
Captain Germany done.
Considering where the Captain America's story starts, I feel like Captain Germany is going to be the villain.
Well, that was kind of
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That actually feels like there must be a version of that, though. So you have like a monocle. And
hopefully he shows up in the Megaverse.
We could do it if like, oh shit, we could man, if I could go back in a time machine and have like Diane Thorne as like my hot henchwoman, I'd be Captain Germany if I could get Diane Thorne.
You could do Sybil Danning also too.
Could do Sybil Danning also.
Just depends what era you want to do. Yes,
I
know.
to do Sybil Danning. Hashtag goals. So yes, there you go. That's what I'm dreaming about there. All right. I think I've plugged everything except Sybil Danning. So I'll just say good night. I love you. And Todd.
Shut your face.